Okay, now we're going to see how to create a view and how to execute a view, and how to update or insert some records into the view, those things and all. Now we're going to see what is a view. So see here, I have first see this employee table. Okay, I'm going to select HR schema, then I'm going to give the password. Oh, I face this error. Then I have go to my DBA system login. So for that I already have one file. I'm going to execute this query in SSS DBA to open my pluggable database. Then I come back to my SQL and going to run it in HR schema. Now the error will not come. Okay, so when I execute select start from employees, I can able to see all the employee detail here. Right, so now I'm going to create a view. See how I am creating. First you have to put create or replace view name. You can give any name here, but please starts with vw underscore. That would be a good coding start. vw underscore emp, and you have to give as. So next thing, your common select query, whatever the select query is depending upon your business need. Okay, you frame some select query, and here I just fetching my employee ID, first name, last name and email from employee table, where job ID in AD underscore press and ID underscore program. Okay, so this is what my select query. I put my select query inside my view. My view name is called vw underscore emp. Okay, now this view contain how many column? 4 column. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this is a way of executing the view. Now I am going to execute the view. See, it's showing VEWEMP created. So this is a very simple syntax, right, for to create your view. Now you need to execute and see the result, means please follow this syntax. Select star from and give your view name. So what happened when you execute this command is indirectly your select query within your view. While creating your view, you given some select query, right? This select query only is going to execute. Now showing this list of records who are belonging to the job ID, AD program and AD press and IT program. Okay, so indirectly this select query only is running here. Okay, as I said in the earlier, the tables, whatever here I have used only one table, right, but I can also able to use more than one table, and I can implement my join or set operators. I can able to write any complex query inside the view. So whatever the table you have used inside the view is called underlying table. Okay, so here for this example, employees is my underlying table. Okay, so here now you know how to create a view and how to execute the view. That's good. Now see in this example, okay, what I did here is create or replace view name, okay, as, then select employee ID, first name and slash. I just concatenating my first name and last name by giving some space here, and just name it as alias name as full underscore name. I just concatenating these two column from my employee table, and at last I just given a full underscore name alias name. Okay, next email from employee where job ID in. Like this also you can able to create your view. Now how many column this view is going to contain? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I mean employee ID and full name and email. So this is a three column I am going to have in this view bw underscore emp now. Okay, so just replace it. Suppose this view name is already existing, means what it will do, Oracle will replace this view by coding like this, overwrite your select query. Okay, so this is the meaning of or replace. If it is there, okay, then it will replace. If the view is not there in your schema, means it will create the view for you. That is the meaning of create or replace. Okay, so here see, I'm just removing this or replace word, and now I am going to execute the view. It's showing name is already used by the existing object. Why means? Because here I already created the view with the same name, right? That's why it's showing name is already used by object, but I need to change, but I need the same view name only, means please put or replace. That is the meaning of using this or replace keyword. Okay, then if you execute the view, the error will not come. Okay, VWMP created. Now this view have only three column, 1 2 3. Previously this view name have four columns, right? 1 2 3 4. Now it become a three column because I overwrited this employee ID and first name and email. Okay, so always give your proper column name in your view. For example, see here I'm just removing this. Okay, for this type of a case, you just here proper column name is not there for in this select query. For example, here I have employee ID, which is a proper column name, but here also I have email. Sorry, here I have email. Okay, the column name is perfect, but see here for the second for this line, I just concatenating this, but I don't give the proper column name in this case. Okay, so what happens? See, when I execute this query, so it's showing must name this expression with the column alias. So always when you do some operation like a concatenation or use some functions, please give a proper column name. Okay, so that's why I have given full underscore name. Now your query, when I execute this create statement, your view will create without any problem. So always give a proper column name while creating a view. Okay, okay, now we going to see how to update, insert or delete in the inside the view. Okay, so yes, it's possible we can able to update, delete operation, and we can able to update, delete or insert in the view, but it depend upon the constraints present inside your view. For example, see here, I'm just executing my view vw underscore emp. Okay, now my view is become have three columns because I overwrited this, right? So how many columns I have? Employee ID, full name and email. As you already know, this is a primary key because most of the time we use this table. We already know this table. In this table, employee ID is a primary key which should be given value. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, now what I said here, we can also update, delete or insert the based upon the constants present in the target table. See this update statement. Update my view name, the exact syntax of how we are updating our table. Follow the same thing, but instead of a table name, just give you a view name. Okay, and instead of wherever you have using table column name, you have to use your view column name and check what is going to happen. So see here, update view name and set email. Okay, email equal to yes king 3. Okay, where the employee ID, I'm just executed my view only. Okay, that's why I am showing this result is nothing but execution of my view, not a table. Okay, please be ensure on that. Next thing, see, I'm going to update for this employee ID 107 as asking 3. Okay, now it is having asking 2. Now I'm going to update as asking 3 for the email column. So instead of a table name I given view name, else other things are the same thing of how you update your the normal table. Okay, now I am going to execute the query. One row updated. Now if I execute my view, yes, it's showing asking 3. Perfect. Okay, now you have some doubt. Okay, it's exit for 107 employee ID for the Diana. Okay, it's just updating the email as asking 3. What happened to my underlying table? Okay, this was my question arised. So what happened to your underlying table is nothing but the real update is happened on your underlying table only. The table which is present originally it take from you record from your table, I mean your employee table only, right? So just see this employee ID 107 and see for the same employee for employee ID 107, see the email as asking 3. So what happened here? I just in my update statement I just give my view name only, but real updation is happened on where? In my employee table. Okay, so this is use of update statement here. Okay, now see I am going to insert a new value here. Insert into vw underscore emp. Now execute this. Okay, execute your view name. Now imagine this for this column only you can able to use in your DML operation of your views and all. Okay, so see here, insert into my view name values. How many columns it contains? 3 columns. For the employee ID I just given 123, for full name I just given Fati, and for email I just given access. Do you think this query will execute? Just check. Okay, so it's not allowing to execute. Why? Means a virtual, why getting the error called virtual column not allowed here? Because if your view contains some concatenation operators, then you can't able to insert a new record in the view. Okay, please remember that this is an important point. Okay, so in this view I have used this concatenation operator. Okay, so here you can't able to use your insert operation, but update and all will work, right? We not updating actually this column, we update previously we updated the email column only, so it will not impact that much. Here I am just giving my full name. Okay, here I just using this concatenation operator, that's why my insert statement is not working. So whenever view contains your proper column name, a single column without any functions, means then your insert operation will work, but you have to give the not null columns also inside your view, then only your insert operation will work. Okay, so here the mandatory column is employee ID, right? So but okay, we have this mandatory column in my select list, so insert will work, but because of this reason our insert operation is not work, because we use this concatenation operator, that's why it's not working. Okay, always give a single column whenever you try to do some insert operation in your view, means please ensure in that select query inside, which is inside your view, you have to give the column name properly or not. If you use combinations or some other things, means then insert will not work on that case. Okay, so that's why insert will not work here. Okay, now see this query, create or replace a view name as, okay, select department name from department. So here I all in you already know what is present in your department table. Select star from departments. So when I execute, I have department ID, department name, manager ID, and location ID. So this is the mandatory column. Okay, this is the mandatory column, and these and all we may also give some null values. I think we can also check like this. Go to HR department and go to tables. Anyway, we will ensure this. Okay, see, when you click on this department table, you can see this screen, right? As here, nullable value is not allowed for department ID and department name. Null value will not be allowed here, but it will be allowed here. Okay, that's why they are saying yes. So these two, I must need a value whenever I try to become insert into my underlying table. So now I am in this view, I am going to create, okay, as showing vw underscore emp created. Now I am executing my view. It's showing the list of the department name. Okay, then see here, I'm going to insert into my view name values. My view contain only one column name, so that's why I am given only one column name. Instead of payroll, I can give auditing, anything, auditing, like this. Okay, now when I give this auditing, okay, try to insert some value, what happen means it directly try to insert into a department table. So when it's try to insert in your department table, what happen, it will check you in your department table. You already know department ID need to be get valued. So this insert statement will not work because we don't give any information about department ID here. Why we not given means because in my select list also I don't have the department ID column. That's why I'm not giving here. Okay, now see, I'm executing this query. It's showing cannot insert null into departments dot department ID. So what I need to do, I need to insert this by auditing into my view means then please include a mandatory column into your underlying table. So now I have included my mandatory column. Now I am going to replace it. I got the success message. Then how many column now your view is contained? Two column. Then just give any number here. I'm just giving 290. Okay, comma auditing. Now when I execute this view, I got one row inserted. Why means because now I have included the mandatory column in my department table, and while insert also I give the mandatory column here for my department table. So that's why insert is work. So we cannot able to blindly say insert will not always work in the view like this and all. So based upon the constraints present in your underlying table, it may work and it may not work. Based upon the constraints only I can able to decide whether that particular DML statement is going to work or not. Okay, the same thing for insert, update, delete and all. Okay. So in this class we seen about the views, right? Okay, so in the next lesson we going to see about synonyms. Okay, see you in the next lesson.